Marked up percentages, discount percentages, selling price, cost price, profit and loss. Familiar terms, right? Maybe even read it once. If not, maybe you've picked them up through daily life, shopping, or just dealing with numbers often. But for someone like me, who doesn't go out much or deal with prices regularly, that wasn't how it happened. I didn't pick this up by habit. I had to actually sit down and solve it. Formulas, the logic, all of it. Percentages alone can be tricky sometimes. And when you stack profit, loss, cost price, selling price, mark price, and discounts on top, it feels like a whole different layer. So, in this episode, I decided to walk through it. I've never been great at profit and loss, but I wanted to see what's really going on behind these questions, beyond the usual confusion. And surprisingly, it wasn't just the same old stuff. It felt like walking into familiar territory, but seeing it with new eyes. Here's a snapshot of a question that had my mind swirling. A shopkeeper bought an article at rupees 1000 and marked its price by X%. If he then gave a discount of 2x by 5% and still got a profit percentage 2x by 5%, find the amount of discount given. Noticed something? Yeah, the variables. Variables don't usually scare me unless they decide to partner up with percentages. Then it's war. Most of the questions I've been drilling were pretty straightforward. Numbers, fractions, the occasional curveball, but nothing too dramatic. Then this question shows up, throwing X's everywhere, like it's trying to win a variable giveaway. And to top it off, there were those dreaded nested fractions like 2x by 5%, which, let's be honest, should be illegal in polite math society. I panicked, tried to jam it all into one massive equation, and naturally it backfired. Hence, learnt my lesson never to underestimate the chaos of algebra in disguise. Looking back though, I think I can give myself a pass on this one. It was a mess. I've handled easier questions, but mistakes still managed to sneak in. Like that one about a 20% discount leading to a 25% profit, and then asking what happens with a 10% discount. Should be doable, right? And yet, nope. But if I'm being honest, the real issue wasn't the numbers. It was how I handled the algebra under pressure. I rushed in with guesses. Bold strategy. Didn't exactly pay off. Then came this question. If the selling price of 10 oranges is equal to the cost price of 14 oranges, which in turn is equal to one third of the total discount offered on 70 oranges, then find the profit to loss percentage when the markup percent is halved and the discount percentage is decreased by 5 percentage points. The problem wasn't the concepts, it was figuring out what connects to what. I got stuck right at the start. What do I take as the base price? Then the one third of total discount line? Do I calculate that first or use it later? It kept branching before I could even settle on a starting point. These type of questions trip people up because they require you to define variables yourself and keep switching perspectives. Cost price, selling price, markup, discount, all in relations to one another. One slip in setup and the whole thing collapses. You spend more time figuring out how to start than actually solving. Of course, the wording won't always be straightforward, that's expected, but when a question stacks too many conditions without a clear path, It creates that split second uncertainty. You're not stuck, you're just not sure what to hold on to first. Takeaway from this practice: profit and loss questions aren't just about knowing formulas, they are about staying sharp when multiple conditions are layered together. Here's what I'm keeping in mind moving forward. First, set a base value early. If no actual numbers are given, assume one, like cost price equals 100. It simplifies everything. Secondly, translate step by step. Don't try to solve while reading. Convert each line into a clean equation or expression first. Third, watch the relationships: cost price versus selling price, markup versus discount. Know who's compared to whom. Fourth, simplify before you calculate. Reduce ratios, cancel items, and plug in only after the setup is clear. Fifth, trust structure over speed. Rushing to get to the answer usually costs more time than taking a moment to plan. That's it. We'll meet you with next ride of math concepts. Until then, take care. Bye bye.